John, a close one, almost had one at the end. What did you think there?
Game of two halves, Gavin. You hear that cliche enough, and I think the French have so much quality. And in the first half, it was about getting to half time in the game, staying in and trying to nick a goal. And our midfield, we put extra midfielders out there to keep the team tight. And then the second half, we unloaded the forwards, and I thought that made a big difference. And certainly in the last sort of 20 minutes, we were knocking on the door. A couple of little opportunities there. And it almost looked like the game we had a couple of years ago against them, where we might have nicked something at the end, but not to be. But we've just played, I think, arguably the best team in the world at this stage, and we were very competitive for long periods. And like I say, I think Canada could have nicked something in that game, and that's pretty much where we are against Tier 1 teams. We'll hang in, we'll not lose our spirit, and I think organisationally at times we nullified what they were trying to achieve.
What did you think of that last flurry where all it was missing essentially was as a touch to put it towards the goal?
Oh man, it was. Look, you thought it was that Olympic moment, and we scored in the 91st minute last time we were here. Three decent opportunities around the goal. I thought Tancredi was lining that one up for a top corner, but just never happened. And look, these things are great because we walk out of this with an opportunity to just learn from some of those mistakes, and that's the level. I mean, the French were just a yard sharper at times and a bit quicker, and I thought, our passing, things that we get away with when we train in our inter-squads, you don't get away with here. They are just that little bit sharper and stronger. So we'll learn with that how we tighten things up, and when you meet the French team in the tournament, after 4 or 5 games and you're battle-hardened and you're at the pace of things, that'll be a different game.
You've mentioned that in 2 months there's an additional 10-15% that can still come out of this Canadian team. What'll that look like?
Well, look, I think it'll look like the continuation in that spirit and chemistry. And I think what we've shown is that the depth is starting to develop in our group. And that's really exciting. That bench tonight was, when you can bring Tancredi, Belanger, you can bring Foligno, Kyle off the bench, and still be in the game. I think that's what's exciting, and we'll keep pushing this team to another level across our starters and finishers.
Of course, a lot of people noticed that Lauren got the start, given 45-minute run out. How'd she look, considering it's the first game in a year?
I thought she did very well. I was really impressed with Sesselman tonight. There's a lot on someone's shoulders when they've not played for a year, and you're told you're coming up against Tinney and Le Sommer and Tommy's. And I thought she handled it well with Chapman. I thought Chapman was outstanding tonight at left back. And I think it bodes well. I mean, Sess has got another good 2 months of work, which she'll be at the races when the World Cup starts.